Hello everyone, welcome to UPSC Warriors channel by Unacademy. This is Soundarya. Today we are going to discuss the editorial analysis published in your Hindu newspaper about the West Asia under Donald Trump. We know that this region, West Asia, have never been in peace at all. It is going through so much of internal conflicts, terror attacks, exchanges of missiles happening between Israel, Hamas, happening between Israel and Iran, and also between Israel and the Gulf Arab countries. So, do you really think that Donald Trump's presidency can establish peace in the region? So, what are the mistakes done by John Biden during his presidency that damaged the reputation of America by not being able to solve the issues and establish peace? So let's discuss everything in today's video, starting from the key foreign policy changes, or the key foreign policy issues faced by John Biden. One of the important issues faced by John Biden was his failure to settle the issues that is happening between Israel and Hamas. It all started when the Hamas attacked the Israel on 7th of October 2023. Okay, so immediately John Biden jumped into supporting Israel, and that has led to prevention of ceasefire between these two groups, Israel and Hamas. So this is how all these things started. So when US supported Israel fully, as soon as the Hamas attacked Israel in 2023, this led to series of other events that followed. One of the most important failure that we can consider about his presidency is that he was not able to establish peace in the region as promised by the Abraham Accords 2020. So this Abraham Accords 2020 is a series of negotiations aimed at reducing the tensions between different countries like Israel, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and in general it is going to, it was aimed at establishing peace between Israel and the Gulf countries. So this was something that was initiated by Donald Trump during his first American president term, right? Okay, so this was something again got affected because of these issues. In fact, Saudi Arabia and Israel were in advanced stages of negotiations, and this negotiation is not only aimed at reducing the tensions, but this negotiation was also aimed at enhancing cooperation at different levels, starting from economic cooperation, cultural exchange, and all form of ties. Okay, but then what happened? Because of these events, now it is again remaining in the condition of status quo. Moving on from here, we should also give focus to this point that in addition to not able to establish ceasefire, this is something that has also ended up with all-out regional war in the region, which has affected the reputation of America so badly. Okay, so now what did Trump did with respect to all these issues during his first American presidency term period? So although he was not Israel skeptic, he had some amount of leverage towards Israel because he had pro-Israel policies in his first term. He in fact did some of these things, like he moved America's embassy to Jerusalem. But although he had some pro-Israel policies, he was the one to first recognize Israel's illegal annexation of Syria's Golden Heights, right? So he also withdrew US from Iran nuclear deal, saying that Iran has not fully complained to that particular deal. Okay, so that is 2005 Iran nuclear deal. He also went out from the climate agreement. We know that, right? So these are some of the major moves done by Donald Trump during his presidency, and he also established this Abraham Accords. So this was something that was mediated by the United States so as to establish peace in the West Asia region, especially between Israel and other Gulf countries. Okay, it was aimed at building stronger alliance against US enemy Iran as well. Now, he also unveiled a peace plan for Israel-Palestine issue sorry, in 2020, but that was not something which achieved success because the Palestinian leadership rejected the plan, saying it was favoring the Israel largely. Okay, so these are some of the measures taken by Trump during his presidency to establish peace in the West Asian region. Now, what lies ahead for Donald Trump? He should take care of all the conflicts and the challenges existing in the region so as to regain the reputation of America. Definitely, he is going to have challenges to avoid all-out war in West Asia. So, like Biden, he might support Israel initially, okay, but at the same time, he cannot lend full-fledged support. Why? Because Israel is having wars with many other groups. It is in multi-front war, right? So that is something which will allow definitely Trump to not jump immediately in supporting Israel. Why? It is again going to affect US because Trump's policy is always, favoring in not getting stuck in this all-time or forever war that is happening in the West Asian region. So he would like to focus more on strengthening America's conventional capabilities and focus more on China, its important rivalry, by imposing so much of, import and export tariffs and whatsoever. And then bring China, its most powerful conventional rival, into the pulpit of his foreign policy. So a war with Iran is definitely not going to be in favor for US as well as for the West Asia. Why? Because this is something that is going to affect the trade that is happening through the Strait of Hormuz. You can see here, this is the Strait of Hormuz that links Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea. Almost about 20% of the global LPG oil reserves are getting traded through this route. So any war with Iran could potentially affect the energy supplies that is taking place through this particular strait, and that will again lead to the inflationary pressure. So what Donald Trump is expected to do? Obviously, he is expected to take a strong moral position so as to regain America's reputation and settle the conflicts that are there in the region. So he should look at the larger strategic picture and take measure. In addition to that, he should also take care of the stability in the region. So this is all for today, and these are the important points that are discussed in your editorial. And now I have an announcement. If you are someone who is preparing for UPSC examination, then there is a scholarship test being conducted by Unacademy on November 10th. So if you participate in the test and if you are able to win that, you will get exciting prizes from a pool of rupees 50 crore, starting from your trip to Australia to watch Border Gavaskar Trophy, and then have a luxurious family staycation with prizes like laptop, tablet, smartphones, etc. So you also have here a UPSC CSE subscription using the code RIYA50, where you will be able to avail all these benefits for just 24,999 rupees. So if you have not subscribed to UPSC Warriors channel, please subscribe immediately. And thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned with us for more updates.